Hello everyone, where are you? Hope that everyone is fine. Today I'm going to discuss about important topic of inorganic chemistry from chemistry first paper. And you know that there are two parts of chemistry first paper and second paper. In chemistry first paper there are 5 chapters, and also in second paper there are 5 chapters. So you know the marks distribution of chemistry first paper and second paper. You will get 8 questions, and out of 8 questions you have to answer 5 questions. CQ, I mean 8 CQ questions, creative questions. Okay, from 8 questions you have to answer 5 questions. Okay, and in CQ there are 50 marks, 5 tens are 50, and 25 is on MCQ, 50 on CQ, and the rest of the number are on practical as well according to SSC2. So it's practical. Okay, so that's your marks distribution easily. And the second paper, same thing. So from 5 chapters we have to discuss about firstly qualitative chemistry, which is from chapter 2. So you can say that why is chapter 2, why not chapter 1? Because of in chapter 1 there has been discussed about some topics which have been also discussed in the other chapters. So you can start from chapter 2, qualitative chemistry. Okay, so you have to understand from this chapter, that is radius, energy, okay, velocity. Don't be confused because it's the topic of chemistry, though it is also the topic of physics, so mathematics. Okay, so my target is to discuss about radius today. You know about the radius, right? In a circle, this is called radius, right? From the center it is started, and it's called diameter. Okay, you know it's called diameter, D for diameter, and R means radius. Okay, so the radius is equal, like this is radius, it's radius, all radius, right? So you have to determine the radius of circle, but we're studying chemistry, so you have to determine the radius of orbit of any atom. You know about orbit, right? Like nucleus. Okay, in nucleus there are proton and neutron, you know. So from the center of which is called radius, it means first orbit. So n is equal to 1, which is calling first orbit. N is equal to 2, which is calling second orbit. Okay, so we can determine the radius of this first orbit, second orbit, third orbit, etc. Okay, firstly you have to know the centripetal force, which is between electron and nucleus, because of nucleus is neutral for proton or neutron, but according to the imagination, nucleus you can take it positive and electron you can take it negatively. So there will be attraction, right? So the attraction, which is called centripetal force, which you can write force, which is centripetal. Centripetal force, which is Z square by R square. So Z means atomic number, E means electron, the charge of electron r means radius. Okay, it's almost like Coulomb's law. Okay, and there will be also centrifugal force. Centrifugal force means centripetal force means the force which is actively joining between nucleus and electron. That means it's going according to the center. But centrifugal force is not going according to the center. It can be random, like a random pattern. Okay, that means centripetal force, nucleus is going like this, right? But centrifugal force, it's not sure that it will go through the center. It may be random. Okay, which is called centrifugal force. So centrifugal force is equal to mv square by r. Okay, so again, centrifugal force and centrifugal force is opposite. That's why it will be equal. So if it is equal, then we can compare equation 1 and equation 2 like this. Ze square by r square is equal to mv square by r. Okay, or z square by r square is equal to mv square by r. So we can take v square is equal to we can divide by r, right? Single r. We can multiply by singular. Z square by r is equal to mv square. We should write this. Though what will be? Or v square is equal to mr, Mr. So here will be ze square. It's like equation 3. Then angular momentum. What do you mean by momentum? That is P is equal to mv, right? M means mass, v for velocity. But angular momentum is occurred in a circle because of the way is not like a line. The way is circular. Okay, that means like this. Here is macro mass, macro v velocity, but the way is circular, so called angular, right? Okay, so that's why the angular momentum will be mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi, or v is equal to nh by 2 pi mr. Then you can square like this. V square is equal to n square, h square 4 pi square m square r square. Okay, number 4 equation. You can again compare this equation, number 3 and number 4. Number 3 and number 4. On the left hand side there is v square and here is also v square. Since v square is equal to v square, that's why this right side will be also equal to n square h square by 4 pi square m square square. Okay, so we can compare number 3 and number 4. What will happen? Ze square by mr is equal to n square h square by 4 pi square m square r square. Okay, now we can multiply by mr firstly. Then it will be m square by z square by 1 is equal to n square h square by 4 pi square mr, since I have multiplied by mr. So I need to take r, which is radius. R is equal to four pi square z me square by, okay, sorry for that, we can write again n square h square by 4 pi square m r. So or r is equal to 4 pi square z me square, and there will be n square h square. So this is the equation of radius. So I can describe about the equation. You can determine the equation by this way. Here r is radius, h Planck's constant. Okay. Z means atomic number, m means mass of electron, a means charge of electron. Okay, charge of electron. So you can say that r is equal to n square h square by 4 pi square z me square. Okay. So the value of h is 6.626 into 10 to the power inverse 27. The unit is arc second according to the CGS system. CGS, centimeter gram second. Okay. M is equal to 9.11 into 10 to the power inverse 28 gram. It's familiar to you. And the charge of electron is 4.8 into 10 to the power inverse 10. You can say it's not familiar to you. 4.8 into 10 to the power inverse 10 is electrostatic unit. SU means electrostatic unit, which is the value of E, the charge of electron. So according to the CGS system, the value of H, M and E. But in SI system, okay, SI 6.626 into 10 to the power inverse 34 joule second. M will be 9.11 into 10 to the power inverse 31 kg. The difference of kg and gram, you should understand. And the electron charge of electron will be 1.6 into 10 to the power inverse 19 coulomb. So after watching today's class, you can know about the equation of radius, how to determine the equation of radius and the value of HME according to the CGS system and according to the SI system. SI means Standard International Unit, and CGS means you know already that centimeter gram second. So I think that you will be helpful after watching today's class. So you should practice more and more, keep practicing. So stay safe, all of us. Thank you.